Today we're going to use Google Drawing to create some ice cream cones. First, you're going to need a new Google Drawing. So go up to your Omnibox and type in drawing.new. Now we have a blank Google Drawing, and you'll notice the checkerboard pattern. When that's present, your background is going to be transparent. I'm going to show you how to change the background. You're going to do a right click or two-finger click if you have a touchpad. Choose background, and I'm going to choose white. Now, drawing is just a bunch of shapes. So we're going to go up to the shape menu, and first we're going to draw our ice cream cone. So I'm looking for a shape that resembles a cone. I'm going to choose the triangle and draw my cone. Don't worry that it's upside down. We can use this top part and flip it around. You may not want a blue ice cream cone, so to change that fill, we're going to come up here to the paint bucket. Now, for whatever reason you don't see the paint bucket, that means whatever you're trying to change is not selected and you don't have that blue box around it. So you want to make sure you have that blue box. Choose the paint bucket, and I'm going to go with a traditional ice cream cone color, go with a brown. Now you'll also notice there's an outline around it. Right now this is black. If you want to change the outline, you're going to choose the pencil right next to the paint bucket, and you can choose whatever color. You can make it brown, keep it black. You can even make it transparent so that it's not seen. So I'm going to move my ice cream cone by just clicking and dragging. And now I'm ready for my scoops. So I'm going to return back to the shape menu, and I'm looking for a shape that resembles an ice cream scoop. And you have 4 different menus here to explore, all different types of shapes. But I think I'm going to use this cloud tool, and I'm going to go ahead and draw my first scoop. Right now it's chocolate, and I could keep it that way, but I think I'm going to change it. I think I'm looking for like a bubble gum. So I'm going to do like a pink. Notice the black outline. I'm going to make my outline pink as well. So there's my first scoop, but I want to add a couple more. So back to the shape menu, cloud, go ahead and draw, and I can move it. You can move the sides. Now if you resize it using the corners, you're going to maintain the size of it. Whereas if you use the sides on the either side or the top and bottom, you're either going to stretch the picture or squish it in. So depending on what effect you're looking for, that's going to determine how exactly you reshape it. So I don't want a blueberry scoop, so I'm looking for another color, maybe a mint. There we go. A little bit darker, and then I'm going to make the outline transparent so I don't have that black line. All right, one more scoop. Now you can resize it and then decide on your flavor. I think I might do a chocolate. Not sure I like that one. Ooh, I like that. It's kind of a sherbet color. Again, use the pen to get rid of the outline. And here's where you can make some adjustments with each of your scoops to get them lined up and appearing just exactly the way that you want. So I'm going to do a cherry on top. So I go back to the shapes tool and choose the circle. Now notice when you draw a circle, you can make an oval or a circle. A little trick, if you want a perfect circle, hold down the shift key while you're drawing, and then you'll get a perfect circle. I'm going to make it red. Now I need a stem for it. So if you go to the line tool and click that down arrow, you're going to have the choice and choose scribble. This allows you to draw lines freehand, so I can have a nice little curve to my line. Now I'm going to make the stem red, Now right now it's a really skinny stem, so if you go next door, you can change the thickness of that line or the line weight. And now I think it looks a little bit more like a stem. So that is my ice cream scoop. Now if you want to resize your canvas, because notice I have a lot of white space, you can come down here to the bottom right corner and just click and drag and make the canvas your desired size. But I don't want just one ice cream cone. I'm actually going to do a pattern and create 3 of them. So to do that, I'm going to highlight and select all of my pieces, go to arrange, and then group them. So now my ice cream cone is not made up of those individual pieces, but it is a single piece that then I can move around. Easy way to duplicate this is go ahead and select it all, do Control D, and then I just use my arrow keys to move it exactly where I want. So I'm going to do that one more time. That's select everything, Control D, and then use my arrows to move it exactly where I want. So now I have a pattern of 3 scoop ice cream cones. Now before you finish, don't forget to name your creation by giving it a title. And if you want to download this, you can go to File, Download, and I recommend choosing PNG. If you learned something new, give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for future videos. Until next time, bye everyone.